Pizza and wine is a match made in heaven. Why? Because the big guy upstairs turned water into wine and served it with bread. Today you're going to see some incredible bread. We're at Terra winery where you're going to meet Tony Auciello, who brought his young family from Toronto to pursue his dream of building a winery. A lot of people are calling this Tuscany in the county. Let's go check it out. Over 30 billion bottles of wine are consumed worldwide every year. That translates into over 150 billion glasses per year. Have you ever wondered about the people who make the wine? In this series, you'll learn their stories are as colorful and diverse as the wines they create. My name is Joe, and I'm bringing you these stories because I love wine. Tony, you and wine. Tell me about it.
Well, Joe, to be honest with you, I left Toronto 9 years ago to pursue a dream that my father had. Unfortunately, my father passed away at 56 years old, and he had to abandon the dream in Italy.
Okay.
So I went back to Italy, to our land that we own, and I wanted to restore the vineyard for my father and start the venture out there.
Okay.
And when I showed up, the vineyard was totally abandoned and neglected, and I knew that it wasn't going to happen.
That must have hurt.
I was honestly devastated. I think I cried for 2 straight days while I was there in the town.
Wow.
So I came back to Toronto, and as luck would have it, my beautiful mother Franca came out on a wine tour to Prince Edward County, and she comes home, she says, "Anthony, you wouldn't believe it, I just came back from a vineyard in Prince Edward County." And I said, "Prince Edward County?" Prince Edward Island. I thought Nova Scotia,
right?
Something to that effect. She says, "No, Prince Edward County." So I came out here with my beautiful girlfriend at the time, Daniela, and we fell in love, and we just left with a leap of faith.
You left everything?
Pretty much.
Why?
It was something that was gnawing at me. After my father died, there was an emptiness in me. And I knew this was going to take me about 10 years to get off the ground, and I ended up opening it in 6.
Wow.
So I'm self-funded. I'm one of the few guys in the industry that actually, I'm out of pocket.
Can you show me what you did?
Absolutely. I would love to show you the wine.
Let's go have a look.
Yeah, okay. This is where the Fox family would store all their firewood, their hay. And so they had, they're hunters, and there was actually a deer hanging on this rafter right here with the blood draining.
How long did this take you to go from here to selling a glass of wine?
The first bottle of wine was sold July 23rd. July 23rd, my wife went and bought a flag at Home Hardware and put it up and said, "You're finished. The place is beautiful. You're done. We're opening."
And now you've been open 3 years. Where do you make your wine?
So we're in the barrel room right now, and this wood comes out of one of the oldest barns in the county. Barn board and barn material is getting very scarce, actually. Right. It's a commodity now. So I was lucky to get my hands on it because it's all hand-hewn beams from the Mennonites, the original pioneers.
Okay, right.
So I wanted to recreate a barrel room that looked like Tuscany. I'm actually out of room. I'd like to increase production next year, and so I'm building a new barrel cellar in the adjacent room. There's a hidden passion I have, and it's pizza. So what we're doing, we do everything by hand. So Pizza Napoletana uses 40 rules and regulations from Naples, Italy. Okay, so basically a Napoletana is very simple. You want sauce.
And that's not local sauce, I bet.
No, this sauce, of course, has to be cooked on the stove for 3-4 hours and brought to a thicker consistency.
Right.
And then you want buffalo milk mozzarella, and you basically do it all by hand. Italians are very rustic in their cooking.
Right.
We don't use anything but our hands. And then you put fresh basil right from the plant. You throw it in your 900-degree oven, and in a minute and a half, you'll have a pizza napoletana.
How many pizzas would you do on a busy Saturday, for example, in the summer?
We've gone up to 300 pizzas, 200-300 pizzas a day. And then you're ready. And so this blistered edge and the wet center is what Italians crave in Italy. And in Italy, it's so wet and soggy in the center that they use a fork and a knife.
Okay.
So there is the odd time that customers will request a fork and a knife who've been to Italy, but honestly, we do it by hand.
Right.
But if someone does order the Napolitana and it is very wet, we will give them a fork and a knife because it's more like it's a meal.
Right.
It's not just a pizza. What the Italians like to do is fold the pizza.
Okay.
That's called libretto. And the flavor, I mean, it jumps out at you because
It's chewy and crunchy.
you get two textures, but it's very simple.
Tuscany in the county. You've got a winning combination here. This is awesome. This is really cool. Cheers. Oh, there's you're on your coffee. You're on your coffee break.
But you see the little guy with the little small glass? You see the way they treat me around here? But it's okay, I'll take it. Salute.
Cheers.
Salute.
Tuscany in the county. You've done one heck of a job.
Thank you, Joe.